Hey, 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 everybody. It's your lovely Lotus Blossom Lizzie. And today we are going to be working on a journal. So we won't be doing any ephemera today. So no ephemera 20 for today. We're actually going to be working on a journal, which I think some of you really wanted to see. So if you are coming on the replay, just know that this is being recorded live with a live chat. So I'll probably be talking to the people in the chat, but of course you'll be able to see that as well over on the channel. If you do enjoy videos like this, please make sure that you give this video a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and click the notification bell so that once one of these videos does go live, then you will know that I'm on. So hello Tanya, how are you doing today? Thanks for joining me. We're going to be putting in some signature into this journal because, I could work on ephemera for 100 years and I would still be happy, but I need to start putting some of that ephemera into these books. So it's time for me to start putting some stuff together. And I already have a few covers that I want to just start doing first. And then, of course, later on, you all will see me making some covers also. So today I'm just going to be putting the signatures together and doing a little sewing as well. Hello, Truth. Thanks for coming on. I appreciate it. And so I'm kind of stalling a little bit in the beginning here. So if you're on the replay, that's what I'm doing, because sometimes it takes a few moments for everyone to come on. So I'm just I'm doing a little bit of a stall. But I would love to know how you all are doing today. I am doing just fantastic. I think I've been out the house one time today to go to the post office, and that was it. Hey, Judy. So we have another one present. So I'm going to go ahead and get this show on the road because, of course, I'm not going to be on for a long, long time. And I am kind of totally winging it here, you all. This process kind of takes a little while. But I'm only I'm going to try to keep it down to an hour, and then, whatever we can get in, we'll get in. I just took out a few things out of my little arsenal of things I need to use, because like I said, I've been doing all these ephemera pieces and I haven't been putting any darn journals together. So this is a cover. Let me move this stuff out the way so it won't be such a distraction. So this is a cover that I'm using, and I put some stuff inside too. I already made this, and like I said, down the road I'll show you all how I make the covers too. So it's a nice soft cover, and I made this whole thing. It's collaged, so it has a lot of different types of papers in it, and I made it into a like book paper basically. So it has some it is adhered to some fabric that's on the inside. And I got this fabric at a thrift store, of course. It was like a remnant, and it almost looks like it's tie-dye, but I think actually maybe like some bleach or something got on it and it was discolored. So, but I don't know. I see some leaves in here too. So that might have been intentional, but I thought it was really pretty with this cover. So I Frankensteined everything together, and I already sewed everything together as well. So yeah, this is the front of the cover, and then this is the back of the cover. I even have some book pages in here, so it's actually kind of cool. So yeah, we're going to be learning some signatures today, and I already have the closure on here also. So the only thing we need to do is to do the signatures. So I also took out some lace that I knew I was going to be using. So I took a few pieces out, and some of this lace was it was ruffled. And so what I did was I cut the binding off that made it ruffle, because it was just, I didn't want to use ruffles are hard to deal with. So I wanted it to be straight. So I'm going to put those in the journal. And then I have a little bit more of this little lace here that I'm going to put on the front cover. And these little pieces of fabric, I'm going to use these for tabs. So I actually made a template for these, which I don't know what I did with the template, but these are 2x2 squares is what we have here. So Truth asks, what kind of glue do you use for the collage? This is gorgeous. It is gorgeous. I love this. I actually only used a little bit of glue in here, and it's not a hard process to do, but just briefly, what I did was I used, and behind this is actually a blue sheet of paper as well. So I put like just a regular sheet of paper down, and I cut the squares and I kind of laid them out where I wanted them to go. And I put just a little bit of glue kind of like down the middle. I used a glue stick and just a little bit. I didn't do anything to the edges because I knew I was going to sew them. And then the next thing that I did was I went through and I sewed all the edges the way I wanted them to do. I Frankensteined them together. And then I put it on I used some Heat and Bond. I think it's called like Wonder Under. I used the Wonder Under first, and then I put the fabric on. So everything is it's all sandwiched together. So there's actually a piece of paper in between here too. So it makes it like a really nice, soft, pliable cover, is what we have here. Okay, so I also took out some pages that I'm going to be using. So when you're doing a journal also, you want to be cognizant of how many pages you put in your journal, because remember that it will bulk up really quickly. So I chose to do like about 15 pages in this, so that's gonna be plenty. So I got some cardstock, and this is it's kind of thin, one of the thin kind of designer papers. And I got that on purpose because the regular cardstock really bulks everything up. And then I got some of my aged paper, which if you don't have it and you don't know how to make it and you don't want to, you can head over to pleasantcreations.com and pick yourself up some. Hey, Miss Walker. And I also have, let's see, what else do we have here? This came out of a Time Life magazine, and I love the colors in this too. They're like really deep, kind of woodsy colors, which is fine with me. And then I have like this recipe card. This was actually the tab off of out of a recipe book that I had, a recipe binder. This is an old calendar. I really like using the old calendars. And then we had a text page from a children's book, The Fisherman and His Wife. And then we have some very old ledger paper, and I don't even know how old this paper is, but that's going to look really good in a journal. I have a coffee filter here. I have a doily, envelope. We have a time card. I like including the time cards in here because they have a nice stiffness to them. They're easy to work with. So we're going to be using that as well. And I've got a little card here that I'm going to put in the middle. And I think I may make this into a pocket. I'm not sure yet. So I got that. And we have, of course, music pages. I love putting music pages in. And then I have a piece of vellum as well. And I have this vellum in the shop as well. You can buy them in a bundle. And I'm going to use that also. So now let's start preparing our pages. So we'll just go through each one. And I'm just going to fold them. And I'll cut them after I fold everything down. So let me hold up here. Let me see, what do I want to use for my little folding process here? I think I'm going to use my cutter because there's a little lip here on the cutter. Well, I'll use the one that's closest to me so I can see what I'm doing, of course. Move this up a little bit so y'all can see, because it's just easier to line things up when you have something to put it against. Because let me tell you, I have folded so many papers and they were so uneven. But once I started doing this, it made things just a bit better. All right, and going to need my bone folder also. I didn't get that out. Like I said, I'm kind of winging it today a little bit. Just needed to start on these journals. All right, so that's done. And now this is a pretty big piece of paper, so I want to give it a little bit of care. So I'm going to do some measurements here, because I think that these are going to be, let's see, this is about 5.5 inches, but after everything gets in, things kind of shift to the right. So I think I'm going to go for 5 inches. We'll start with 5 inches. So let's see how big is this paper. This paper is like 12 inches, so we have like 2 extra inches over. So what I'm going to do is, hold on, I need a different tool. Let's get the scoreboard instead. And it has a little lip on here too. This is going to be better for me. Oops. Sorry for all the noise. Oh Lord, look what we're doing, y'all. We're crashing everything. I messed up the focus. All right, come back, focus. Come back. Hold on, y'all. Let me get this fixed. There we go. All right. See, technical difficulties. Somebody call the police. Somebody call the technical difficulties police. She's at it again. All right. So, since I want to do this like at 5 inches. So you have to think, this is the real live thing here, you all. It's the real live. I think I'm going to make it a little bit shorter than 5 inches. Maybe. Because I'm going to do a little creative folding on it too. I want to have a little space. Alright, I'm going to do like 4.5 inches. Got to be careful with this music paper because it's old. I have some music paper that's from the 20s, 1920s. I even actually I have some even before then. Look, see how I cut that? And so, I cut it right through. That was not what I intended. This paper is a little bit brittler than I intended. So, what can I do? I would like to use the paper, but I know I can't fold it because I'll have to reinforce the fold. So, I have an idea. Let's put the music paper to the side for now. We'll Frankenstein it. We're going to do a little Frankensteining. All right, so now this paper, I'm going to make a pocket. And it doesn't matter how I orient this because of the design on here, so that's good. So let us do this at, ouch. I don't think I can be creative with this with just 5 inches. I think it's just going to get cut down. Yeah. Let me just go ahead and cut this down to 5 inches. Not 5 inches, 10. Because I'm going to have to fold it. I'm about to mess something up. See? Call the police. Call the technical difficulties police. She's about to mess it up. She's messing things up. So as you can see, this is not a mindless task. You got to think about what you're doing. There's measurements involved here. And as people in the carpentry field would say, measure, oh, well, think about it once. Oh, think about it twice and measure, well, measure twice and cut once. There you go. All right, so that's 10 inches. And then we need another measurement, which I did not get off of here. Is how tall this is. I think it's 9 1/4. Oh no, it's not. It's 8 1/2. 8 1/2. So we're gonna cut this down to 8 1/4. So this is our 10, right? No, this is our 10. And then we're gonna fold it like that. So, all right, I had to really think about that, y'all. All right, then we're gonna go down to 8 1/4 inches. I had to do some thinking. So as you can see, I didn't do much before I came on the camera, because I wanted y'all to see this process. All right, it ain't easy. Okay. You know what? That's not what I wanted to do either. I am just like not thinking. I wanted to make a pocket with that. All right. Hold on. Let me get another sheet because that's not what I wanted to do. Let her get another sheet. Oy. Don't go anywhere. I still got some paper left. Because that's not what I wanted to do. Let me see if I have another one like that. Because I wanted to use this particular sheet. Although there's some other ones that are really pretty in here. Okay. All right. What we wanted to do was to cut this down to 10. See, good thing I still have some paper in that paper pad. Well, I probably could have just used something else. It's not just you, Truth. As you can see, she's having technical difficulties. That's why this is not a tutorial. Because the tutorials I have to do off camera so I can do some editing. So I won't confuse everybody. Okay, so this time what I want to do is we're going to score this time to 8 1/4. That's what I wanted to do. See, y'all make me nervous. I'm gonna blame it on you all. 8 1/4 inches. Just try not to break the paper this time. I think I'm doing it right. Okay. And then this is going to fold up this way. Let's do this too. And then this is going to be... I'm just doing this so wonky. 10, 5, that's the middle. There's so many ways that you can measure and cut and score things, but I think I could have been doing this a bit better than what I'm doing. For sure. All right, so that's our pocket. And just trying to make sure, in my attempt not to score too much, made it hard to see. Okay, now that's what I wanted to do, but I can use that paper for something else now. I'm going to attempt to use that for my Frankensteining. All right, so dang on it, that's another page. That's another page. Okay. Next. Okay, this is already cut. I'm just kind of sticking them together, but I may move things around. This is going to go like in the middle. I have all these crazy cards. This one doesn't have anything inside of it. Yeah, this is my public school education is in effect here. For show. All right. And this is a page. We're going to call this a page as well. Our card. I'm telling you, I could put some stuff in here, but I'm trying not to. All right, so this is just a white envelope, and I am going to cut the end off of it so it will be a pocket if I decide to do so. So let's just cut that off. Ugh. I don't like cutting things with this because it ain't that great. All right, let's make sure it's open, because that's something you would want to do before you put this in. And let's see if I did this. I still want it to be like a significant size pocket, so I think that's good. I didn't know if I was going to have to add something to the ends and whatnot. Okay. Just stick this in here some kind of way. All right. And then we have a doily. Got a doily here. And I guess it doesn't really matter which way I fold it because both sides are going to show. So I'll just fold it as best I can. And it's a paper doily. So it's not fabric. Not a fabric doily. Let me just take this off because I know I'm going to keep that on the outside. I'm just kind of sticking things on. So I'm not going to cut this yet because I'll cut that. I'll cut that in a bit. Actually, yeah. And then this is a coffee filter. It's a recycled coffee filter. I don't throw any of my coffee filters away. I rinse them and dry them, and they're ready to use for a project. And they're nice and vintagey at that point because they've been coffee dyed. All right. Then we have our ledger paper. And let's see, our ledger paper is quite long. So we'll do like a fold out with this. So this time we are going to go at... Let me just look at these measurements again, because I think I'm cutting them a little bit short still. Did I say 5? Gotta measure again. Yeah, 5. 5 inches. So I'm gonna do this at 5. Can y'all hear that? I hear crunchiness. I wonder, I think I'm using the wrong thing. They're all the same. Uh-oh, this one did it too. Went right through. Dag nabbit. Okay, this time, I'm gonna get some washi this time. And we're gonna save this page. Plus the washi looks nice. I need to use washi anyway. So I'm gonna put it right on that crack. That's a page rescue right there. Yep, I save all my coffee filters, so. And I already buy the coffee filters that are natural, so they're already brown. And then they don't have any DNA or anything on them because they're just a coffee filter. So it's not like they have slobber or anything on them, so they're still great to use. So when I take them out the coffee maker, I just rinse them off and I just lay them on the counter to dry. In about an hour, they're dry. And then I put them in my makeshift book press and flatten them out nicely. Okay, I'm going to put another piece of tape on here because I just want to make sure this does not rip. This is going to be going to a customer, hopefully. I'm going to put this book up for sale. So I want to make it proper like. I love this washi. Okay. Alright, so now I'm going to do this again because I still want to do this at 5. I can hear the crunch, but this time the washi is protecting it. So there we go. There you go, little paper. There you go. It's not even that important that it's going to be even because you're not going to be able to see that it's uneven once it's in the book. Alright, so yeah. And then I'm going to fold this in a little more. I'll probably end up putting some washi on this side too because this is some crispy paper. And I mean, it's okay, but I have a feeling if I went through it like that, it's probably not going to make it in the book once we start decorating in, or the recipient starts decorating in it. So we'll just put some pretty washi on here. This like washi is really perfect. I love repetition. It has like a lot of mason jars. I can see me using this all up quickly. I'll try to get some more. And let's cut the side. So this is not a fast process, sorry y'all. Cause I have to think about what I'm doing. And as you can see, a few things have not worked out so well. Just a few things. Not a lot. So if you're not using like crispy, for real vintagey paper, everything should work out quite nicely for you. But if you're using vintagey paper like I am, you got to be careful. This stuff can be fragile depending on how you fold it. Alright, so yeah. I'm glad I used the washi. Been trying to find a way to use the washi anyway. Okay. So alright. Let's just stick this on here for now. Next is The Fisherman's Wife. And let's see how tall this is. We're only going to end up cutting a little bit of this off. So we're just going to go ahead and fold this. Should we fold it this way or this way? This way. And that way the words will be up and down. So I'm telling you, once you start using a junk journal, it almost doesn't matter what's on the pages. But I like to try to select some pages that will serve as a nice background. And then also some pages where you can write on them, so you can have some journaling opportunities, as I always say. You gotta have your journaling opportunities. Alright, we'll just stick that on there for now. And then this one, I already know we're gonna go this way with this. Should be short enough. I wonder how many more of these calendar pages I have, because I like these. And the paper is like a good texture too. So what are you all working on today? Are you working on your ephemera? because I really wanted to work on ephemera, but I was like, you know what? It's time, Lizzie. It is time to get started on these books. The baby's got to eat. Okay. And just stick that on there. And I'm loving the colors. And we're going to go this way with this one. Now, I'm just taking my time too. I'm not rushing. I'm from the U.S. I'm not rushing. Hey, beautiful. Hello, hello, hello. In case you notice, we are not working on ephemera today. We're working on the signature for a book. All right, so these, I have 3 pages of, I got 3 aged pages. So Judy's still working on her son's book. Sometimes it just takes a while to go get through those books, doesn't it? And these. I'm being lazy and I'm going to fold them all together. Give them a good burnishing. These pages are so beautiful. Okay, and for the moment, I'm just going to stick these here. And I think that should be all of the pages that are going to go in here. Oh, except for my music page. We have to rectify that one because it's... Alright, so I'm just going to put these aside. So I have everything together right now. It looks like a lot of pages, but I picked... it's only going to be one signature, so I want to have enough pages so it'll be nice to work in. And it's going to get nice and fluffy, trust me. So I think I picked 15 pages to include the vellum. And that includes everything. It includes... I counted the small pieces as pages. So I've done some that were just a little bit more and it was just too much. I've never used the wax paper. I take that back. I have used wax paper in there, but the only thing with the wax paper is it's not that easy to work with when you're actually doing journaling. So that's something to think about. Like, I love the crinkliness of it because it's like having a glassine bag in there, but at the same time, like when you go to like stick stuff on and everything, it's kind of weird. It's a little weird. So let's think about how we're going to... I'm going to do a little Frankensteining on this page. Because this page is super brittle, but I think I can still use it. So what I'm going to do is... Let's see. This is... Okay, this is the height of the page. So what I can do is put these together like this. And yeah, put it together like that, and then I would like some more. Okay, hold up, folks. Let's do... I'm thinking. I wanted to do a fold out with the music page, but that's like really brittle. But if I have it on here, I could do that pretty easily. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to stick it on there and see what happens. We're going to put them together. And I'm going to use a little washi and we're just going to see what happens. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. Sorry for all the noise. I know it's like exponentially loud when you're listening when it's on the mic. But it doesn't sound that loud when I'm listening. Okay, I'm just gonna... Okay. I'm gonna get the sewing machine out, y'all. Sewing machine time. We're gonna get the sewing machine out for a second. And let's see. And I have a neutral stringage going on here. So I should have enough thread. And I'm just going to sew these on and then we're going to go for it. Let's see. Alright. So I'm not even going to think about it too much. I'm just going to try to put it on here relatively straight. And I'm going to use a zigzag stitch too. So we are sewing paper again. And I'm going to put it not on a tight zigzag because I don't want to like rip the paper up. And I've done this before, and actually, of course, the sewing makes everything look nice. And I'm not using any glue. But you could. It might make it easier if you use the glue. But I'm not going to use the glue. Okay. And cut that. And then I'm going to turn it over. Because the zigzag looks good on both sides. And then I'm going to zigzag this piece here. And I am using some back stitches because I don't want these to come apart. And I'm also kind of being gentle with the paper because I don't want it to be all wrinkled before it gets into the book. I'm winging this one because I have no idea how this paper is going to come out. So you all are winging it with me. Okay, just getting some of these threads off of here. Uh-oh, I don't have a paper bag today. Throw my stuff in. Okay, so this is what it looks like so far. If y'all can see it, you'll get a better shot of it. And I'm gonna do the other side, and I'm gonna do the same thing if I can. Paper is a little long now. Just gonna maybe do it like about right here. Right here. It'll look straight even if it's not after I cut everything down. Alright, so back stitch a little bit. And hopefully we don't run out of any thread while we're doing this. I mean, it'll still look good once we do a refill, but I don't think I have the same color, so that would be kind of a little matchy. I have to change something in the middle. Hey, Joyce. Joyce is in Cali. Oh, Carolina. All right. And then I'm going to turn this over. I'm just getting some of the strings off. Make my life a tidbit easier. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. And I'm going to sew on the other side. Got to strategically put the paper in here. I need to go the other way so I can see what I'm doing. This way is better. Why didn't she think of that before? All right, here we go. We're just taking it easy, taking my time. Y'all seeing some Frankenstein in action. Okay, cut these strings. Okay, so I'm gonna take this off of here for the moment here. Ugh. Ugh. Okay, so this is what we're looking at here on our Frankenstein page. Let's see. How do we want to handle our Frankenstein page? Because I wanted to have some fold outs on here, so I'm going to put some washi tape on here too. So let me find some washi tape, because I know I'm going to need it. I want to pick something nice and kind of sturdy. Let's see, I have some butterflies. Those are butterflies as well. So I think I'm going to use those. Okay. I'm still thinking though. My mind is still a-rolling here. Okay. I probably don't need to score it. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to fold this way. Because it really doesn't matter. See how far do I want to go? We'll go here. She's in deep thought. You all ever watched the painting guy? What's his name? He used to come on PBS with the big afro, the white guy with the big afro. He used to talk real softly when he was doing his painting. That's me. I can't think of what his name is right now. That's me, I'm thinking. Okay, so now we got to go in 5 inches. And I still think 5 inches is might not be enough. Because remember, the pages are going to shift. Because I know I'm going to have to cut these a little bit. See, I cut some of these at 5 inches, but I knew I was going to have to cut a little bit more off. So if I make these into like a hinge, I want to make sure that I'm not going to cut it when I cut everything. So instead of 5 inches, I'm going to make it like 4 3/4 maybe. And that should get it. So I'm going to kind of eyeball it a little bit. So about right here is where I need to do my fold. Oh, we got to go further than that. About right here. Just need to check again. Bob Ross, that's it. I couldn't think of his name. Okay, that's going to be good, I think. We shall see. All right, I'm just going to just lightly fold this for now because we got to put the washi tape on there because I suspect it's not going to hold, folks. I suspect it's going to break. All right, so we'll just bend this one. And this one's going to be on here, so it's going to be a bit easier in some respects. All right, it looks a little wonky, That's okay. Even if we make a mistake, we can toss it and just get another sheet. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is on here, I'm going to put some washi tape on here. So let's get a different kind of washi tape. Let's get this one with the butterflies. And put it right across that crease. Ooh, I like these butterflies. I don't know about y'all. These butterflies give me life. Give me life, butterflies. And everything looks plain and simple until you start putting the book together. Then things kind of take on new life. All right, let's do. Yep, Bob Ross here, y'all. She's thinking and she's laying it down. And okay. And that's where our fold is. I'm going to fold it to the inside, actually. I just folded it to the outside so I could see what I was doing. Okay, now, and then the other side, we're going to do the same thing, but I think we only need to put the washi on the outside, but maybe we might put it on the inside too. I don't know. We're going to see. We're going to test the waters out. And we don't have to measure on this side because I know that's going to get cut off. And I think I should just, because that side has it on there, I'll put some on this side too. Why not? Can't hurt anything. Okay. 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 And this washi tape is pretty sticky, so I'm not putting, and notice I'm not putting any extra glue on here, so I don't think it's going to come up. All right, and then I'm going to fold this inward as well. So we're going to go this way instead of the other way, if it's possible. We can do it. We can do it. Trying to make sure it's on the, trying to make sure it's on the original fold, but I don't know if that's happening or not. She's concentrating, folks. And it's a win. Okay, so now the page is like this. Looking kind of janky, but that's all right. And it's going to be a fold out, so it looks a little wonky, but it won't once I cut everything down. All right, so let's get our other pages. And let me just count the pages again too. Let's see how many, because I don't think I added anything extra, because this was supposed to be the music pages. And so I didn't add anything. However, now we have 2 pages that kind of have that color, but that's okay. It's just a little matchy. We'll just move things around how we want it anyway. But that's not what I really care about at this moment. I'm just trying to look and see how things fit. Now we're just seeing how things fit, basically. And then I'll move the pages around in a bit after I do some more cutting. So that page fits really well now. Okay, 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 okay. All right, so we got good fit. Let me just take this card out because that's just going to fit in there automatically. All right, so now what I'm going to do is really cut this down so it will fit right. Let's see, I'm going to move the doily a bit. so it can kind of hang off the bottom. And I don't need to cut that either, so let's take that out. I'm going to take out the stuff I don't really need to cut because it'll just be in my way. And I might need to cut that page. In this part, I'm really not thinking that much into it. The only thing that I would be concerned with is cutting off where I just did that flip. So I just got to be careful about that. And you'll see what I mean in a second. Try to see what's going on. And I also don't want to cut the bottom of this page that I have with the bottom. With the bottom of it where I have it folded up. Alright, this one, pull that up a little bit. This one. Alright, and then these. Gotta be careful with the bottom of this and this. Okay, so next thing that we need some Oklahoma trivia. I didn't know he was from Oklahoma. I never knew where he was from. I remember watching it though. Okay, I'm gonna take out my cutting board here. Because for this piece of the job, I'm gonna need my cutting board. And I'm going to need my ruler. And I'm going to use a box cutter. But you can actually use an X-Acto knife for this too. But definitely you want to protect your surfaces. So I'm just making sure again everything is seated where I want it to be. And I'm going to cut this. Let's do a little bit of a measurement again, just to make sure, or else I'll have to do the whole thing over again, or just use this for another journal. And so I'm gonna cut things down to about 5 1/4. And this is 8 1/2, so like 8 1/4. So I'm gonna write that down. 5 1/4, 5 1/4, and 8. I think 8. 8 1/4, yeah. Because that's 8 1/2. Yep. Just making sure. And this one right here, where's that sheet? I'm just making sure. What did I say? 5 1/4. So that's like right there. Okay, I think I'm okay. 5 1/4. That's close. Oh, wait a minute. Gotta move it some. I think it'll be okay. All right, here we go, folks. Here we go. Wish me luck. I mean, there's a million ways that you can do this, but this is how I like to do it. This is how I like to cut my stuff. I like to cut it all at one time. And so far, I haven't really had any problems cutting it this way. So, since I'm on with you all, that could change. Okay, so I'm using my ruler, and this is a nice ruler. I got this, I actually bought this on Amazon, and I have it in a link below. I bought a few of them, and it has like a metal lip on this side of it. So I'm using that metal lip. And I also, let's see, I'm actually going to use the measurements on here too, so I can know what I'm doing. So I'm going to put this up against this line here. said we want 5 1/4, so we count 1, make sure it's straight. 1, 2, I can't see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then this is 5 1/2, so right here. Wait a minute. Did something shift? No, it didn't. I'm glad that's out that way though, because that's going to be too short. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 1/2, 5 1/4. Okay, I'm not going to go 5 1/4. I'm going to go out just a tidbit more. So that's 5 1/4. I'm going to catch some stuff if I do that. I'll go about right here. And I'm actually using the lines on the ruler too and lining it up on the mat so I can see what I'm doing. So I can get a pretty straight, and try to get this straight as I can. About right there. I'm actually standing up to do this. Just, I think this paper is throwing me off. So y'all, this is the real thing. This is the real thing right here. It's the real deal. Alright, and I'm going to hold it as tight as I can. And then with my paper cutter, I'm going to, hey Tamika, I'm going to just lightly score everything. So I don't try to push it all the way through, just score it. And do that a few times until I get all the way through. Uh-oh. We moved this vellum. Darn vellum. It's okay if it's a little off. And the trick to doing this way is to make sure that whatever you're using to cut with is a sharp. See, I usually get some really good cuts, but today, yeah, that's because you guys are on here with me. My cuts are coming up jacked up. But that's okay. Everything can be fixed. I don't know how sharp my X-Acto knife is. A little bit of a mess here. Kind of rough, but that's okay because a lot of the edges are going to be covered anyway. This came out really bad. See, look at that. Look. Okay, I can replace both of those. Okay. Or fix the edges some kind of way. Dag nabbit. This is the first time ever since I've been cutting paper that it came out jacked up like this. Really. I usually get like some really good cuts. Not this time. Okay, so just cutting off this excess stuff at the bottom. Let's see if this will work a little bit better for me. There we go. That's better. Maybe my box cutter is not sharp enough. Let's do this side also. I want it to be 8 1/4. I think my vellum is a little longer. 8 1/2. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then that's 8, so about right here. This vellum is really slippery too, it's throwing me off. Okay, don't move, vellum. Don't you dare move. Alright, so we're just lightly scoring. Take your time. Don't cut any fingers off. Don't cut any arms off. Don't cut any legs off. And just keep doing that and eventually it'll all come off nice and easy. So now that was a good cut. Why I didn't do that at first, I don't know. Okay. So, alright, so we got everything is cut kind of rough. It's a rough cut, but like I said, that can be rescued very easily. Okay, let's test before we clean this up. Okay. Yes, you can contact me through my Etsy shop and send me a message, or there is a contact form link that you can use below as well, and you can put your message in there. Okay, so this is good. Can y'all see? And it's well within, which is good because I'm going to put some lace and stuff at the end. So that's why I said, like I said, all those pages that I messed up, they can actually be rescued or cut down a little bit more. I don't want to cut the vellum down more though, so I'll just have to figure out what I want to do with that. But I think I can rescue that too. All right, let me just get this stuff out the way real quick because I don't need this board out anymore. And oi. Ah. Okay. We're probably at an hour already. Because I've really been taking my time. And still messed it up. Okay. That kind of made my nerves bad. That kind of made my nerves bad, y'all. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do next. Get these pieces out. Okay, now I'm going to try to put these in kind of the way I would like for them to be. Let's see where we are on time. We are over an hour. Gosh darn it. Gosh darn it. I didn't want it to be that long. Okay. I know. Let's see what we got here. Let's start kind of in the middle. Look at that. You know what? I've never had so much trouble cutting this stuff. Look how that paper cut. That makes me mad. Okay, but what I'm going to do, some of these pages are going to get some little rufflage. But in this case, you can see on the other side. So I'm going to cut that down. Dagnabbit. It's the real live show. It's the live show. Let's just cut the crap off the end. And then that'll be fixed. Ta-ta! No more crap on there. Ooh, 17 pages complete. Go, girl. You go. All right. I know this is going to go in the middle. That's not going to be in the middle. Let's take these out. And I don't want that in the middle. All right. I want this in the middle. That's going to be in the middle of that, this, and then we'll put this in here, and I'm kind of mixing the shorter pieces with the longer pieces. Then we'll put the doily in here, and I think I want to put this one in next. Oh, I forgot to do something. Okay, and I want two brown pieces to be together. Got to keep the colors going. And let's do this. All right, now this. Hey, what did I do with the vellum? Oh, it's right here. I might redo the vellum. It's a little, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about that one. All right, we're gonna tuck some of these in. I do want one of these to be on the outside. See, that one's kind of gonna have to cut those. Hold up. Let's cut these messed up pieces off the ends. Even if they're a little short on one side is fine. And those will be rescued. So you can rescue everything. There's really no mistakes in junk journaling. It helps to have, it did it again. Maybe it's the paper. Something crazy is going on here. Might be the paper cutter too. My life here is a little bit of a mess. Ay. All right. Now this will cut it right. One thing I like about this paper cutter is it will cut a sliver of paper off if you need it to be cut off. So you can see it's like a little short on one side, but that's okay. It's not like I want it to be though. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to cut a sliver off here because it's... There we go. Make it a little bit more even. It still don't look even. Oh, because I got to fold it wonky. My life today. This is gonna be an interesting journal. Okay, I'm gonna put this one on the outside. And even this. And I'm going to count the pages in a minute as well. I'm going to put a piece in here. And maybe a piece here. Okay, we got a few more things to tuck in. We have our coffee filter and our envelope. So let's put our envelope in here. And maybe put the coffee filter here. Okay. Oh, and I forgot this. I still have something else. Let's see. Where? Maybe here. Yeah, that's perfect actually. Okay. But what I will do is I'm going to put this down closer to the bottom. This will make a good pocket too. but I'm not going to make it a pocket, I don't think. And then this one, I'm going to put this up closer to the top, so we have a little bit of balance. Okay, and that's it. So this is the preliminary look. And then I don't know how I feel about this piece of vellum. I mean, I could easily print another one. I'm just being like dang on lazy. Let's just cut that edge off as well. I wonder how straight I can cut it with my scissors. Wish me luck, because y'all know me and my scissors have a love-hate relationship. I think I did pretty good. All right. Okay, everything's been rescued. See, no mistakes. No mistakes. Okay, now I was hoping to have like these pages in this book like in an hour. You see how long it took me to do that? That was kind of ridiculous, isn't it? Okay, but I'm gonna stay on for a few minutes because there's a lot to be done on here. What time is it? Okay, it's after 7. I'll stay on for a little while longer. So now the next thing I want to do with this is I want to sew some things on the edges here. We're gonna make the edges pretty edges. This is the next thing. Maybe I should do that in the next video, because I can save this journal and do it on the next video, because it's going to just take me forever. It's going to take me forever to get finished with this one. So these are going to be some tabs that I cut. So we'll put those on next time as well. Let's take a peek. I made them wide on purpose because I want to put some wide tabs in here. So it doesn't look like much until you put them in the book. Did I mean to put these in this one? Yeah. So I cut some fabrics. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to save these. All right, so I'm gonna put all this. I'm gonna do one thing before I leave, but the signatures are ready to sew stuff in. I'm just gonna keep everything together. But what I want to do now, before I shove off, is I'm gonna put like a little bit of ribbon on the front of this, and I'm gonna put it on just like this. And it's not really it's more decorative than anything else. It's not really protecting anything. It's just a decorative piece. So let's cut this. I'll cut it just a tad longer. And I am going to use, for this job, I can't remember what I used last time. I think I'm going to use some Fabri-Tac to put this down, since it has some fabric here. Ooh, hurt my arm. Okay. And this will be pretty easy for me to put the glue down, because I know where I want this to go, right here. I'm going to try not to put too much glue down though. I'm just kind of eyeballing it. So if I mess up this pretty cover, that's because I was eyeballing it. And this is kind of a different material. I mean, this is more paper than the fabric is on the inside. The other ones, I think I use Fabri-Tac on too. All right. And I want it to go this way. And I'll just put more on here if I need it, which I think I will. It's easier to work with the cover before you put everything in it. So try to have everything that you're going to have done to the cover done. My other covers. This kind of matches the other covers that I did. And what's nice about using the Fabri-Tac too, it's made for fabric, so it has like that give in it. And you can see it doesn't have like all that shiny stuff going on. I'm gonna put a little bit more in here. Because I want to make sure this stays down. Can't see if it's coming out. I think my thingy is stuck. Let's get a pin. Technical difficulty, police, come help me. I'm having technical difficulties again. We got a lot of nastiness going on here. All right, I think we should work now. Oh, hold up. Gotta get this off my hand now. Okay, now back in Bob Ross mode. Oh, that's much better. Put some more lovely Fabri-Tac down. I'm putting enough down to make sure this sticks really nicely. Oops, I think I just might have put too much down. I saw somebody else do this. They use some deli paper or some wax paper instead of using their finger. Because I hate getting that glue on my fingers. I hate it. And I hope this glue is not going to be shiny. Because I did go a little over here. I went a little overboard. Yeah. You love the real live show? I don't know how I'm enjoying it. It makes my nerves bad. All right, let's see. So it's a little shiny, but hopefully once it dries, it won't be shiny. So that's why I wanted to do it now. So it'll dry. So you can see, like I said, it's not really on the, I could put a piece on the back too, but I just wanted to put on the front for like decoration. So there's nothing on the back here except for all the beautiful Frankenstein here. Yes, this is a one signature journal. I purposefully made it that way. It probably would be good to wait to cut this off until the glue dried too, but I'm being a bit impatient. I have to use the big scissors because I know that's going to cut. All right. So that's the outside. And I'm going to put this on here too, but I don't know how I want to do it. I actually cut this with the Vagabond. And it is a piece of muslin, and then I stamped journal on it, if anybody wants to know. I might try to do like 20 of these. I like the way it came out. It was done with a thin die, so it didn't cut all the way through. But I kind of like that it didn't cut all the way through, because then I had to I just pulled it apart, and it gave it like that nice rough feeling. So I like that. But I still want to put something behind it, so I'm trying to figure out how I want to do that, because I don't want to do that same shape. I will have to do it too big, I think. I don't know. So I'm thinking about that one. And I don't think I'm going to put anything else on this one, because the papers themselves are just actually already very, very lovely. But I think that's all I'm going to do for today. I had to think about that. But I am hungry today, so let's see. I think it's going to come out good. But I'm not going to work on this journal anymore unless I'm working on it with you all. So we probably won't get back to it because I actually tomorrow I think I'm going to do some junk journaling myself in my journal. So y'all can see the process. We're going to do like a junk journal process video. So maybe I don't know if I'm going to do like some ephemera on Monday or work on the journal. What do you guys want? Y'all want ephemera or you want to work on the journal? And then once this journal is done, then we'll do another one. Because I need to start using some of all the ephemera. Because I've been trying to organize it and it's a lot of ephemera. So I need to start shoveling it out in these books. So I'm going to stick this back in here. And everything can stay together. And then once this dries, I'll put it in a plastic bag. Because I usually put my journals in plastic bags so nothing gets on them. I want them to be nice and clean and pristine when it goes to its new family. So you all tell me what you would like to see next. Would you like to see more would you like more journal or more ephemera for next week? Journal. We got journal. I kind of knew you all were going to say that. Y'all want my nerves to be bad? It's okay. My nerves can be bad for you all. I will do that. So now I'm just going to clean up my mess and get me something to eat. But I did still, even though my nerves are bad, the cutting, it made my nerves bad, but I fixed everything. So I always say you can't make a mess. And then, so I don't know why I was nervous. I think I was nervous because, you all are important to me. So I wanted to kind of show out a little bit, but it didn't really work out that way. So, but that's okay. I still fixed everything, so that's what counts. So I just want to thank everybody that came on today. Tanya and Truth, Miss Walker, all those that are looking but haven't said anything. Beauty, also Judy, thanks for coming on. I really appreciate it. And I know you're going to finish that book soon. Sometimes it just takes a while. The first journal I did took me 2 weeks to do, and I was working on it like day and night, and it still took me 2 weeks. So, so hopefully it won't take you that long either. Okay, and so if you haven't subscribed already, make sure you subscribe. And before you leave, make sure that you give this video a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. And you can also leave a comment in the comment section as well. So until next time, love, peace, and hair grease. From your sweet lotus blossom and lovable Lizzie, have a fantabulous day and enjoy life.